Before Comedy with Dan Davies. Take one.
I was just telling my buddy Matt has like a coffee company.
Ooh.
He like roasted this, and he gave us some to try.
No, I'm down. I brought my own coffee.
No, don't be.
Oh, I brought you something.
Oh. Fuck yeah. I love Sour Patch
When's the last time you had strawberry sandwich?
Probably like middle school.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Damn, thank you. Should we eat these over there?
You don't have to eat them whenever.
You rode a city bike here.
I did.
That's a ballsy move with no insurance.
And I got hit by one yesterday.
You got hit by a city bike while you weren't on a city bike.
Chick was on her phone, couldn't brake in time, ran right down my lane, and I was like, what the fuck? And she was like, well, you were fast too. You were going fast. I was like, I was going fast in my lane. You came into my lane, she knocked me over. We were both fine. But
was it getting onto the Williamsburg Bridge?
Yes, it was.
Was it around 3, 4, 5 p.m.?
Yes, it was.
She might be walking in this apartment in like the next few. That's my friend Maris.
Short blonde hair?
Like dirty blonde? Yeah, first time riding an e-bike.
Did she say she got an accident off the Williamsburg Bridge?
She didn't tell me she did, but I noticed at one point that there was no Maris behind me, and I just waited like halfway across the bridge.
Was she in a black dress?
Black dress?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, fuck, that would have been so Holy shit. I was not done yelling at her.
Okay, she would have told me if she'd gotten yelled at.
She didn't even ask if I was alright. She like, yelled at me, she ran into me, and then didn't even ask if I was alright. Just kept going. It was like, that's like a real, and like I was yelling. Like I would have done probably what she did too.
She was in black pants.
No, black dress, on the phone.
I don't think she was on her phone. That would have been,
Dude,
yours
that
was.
would have been amazing.
That would have been great.
Oh, I would have loved it.
When you were like a kid, did you, like when you were going through school, were you like, did you know you were going to go to college?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. I was a good student.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
I was a good student until I got to college.
Did you have a favorite subject?
Probably like social studies or writing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Also, you're Dan Davies.
Yes, I am.
In case that wasn't said on camera. And you do comedy in New York City.
I do.
Okay, cool. And you are passed at the Comedy Cellar. You do spots there.
I'm not past the cellar. No,
No?
I just work there. I do a lot of the produced shows there.
But you're big in, you do a lot of stuff in Brooklyn and you go on the road a lot.
I do.
And you're what I would consider a full-time comedian.
I would also consider it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I've seen your set recently and I would like to say you're still very funny.
Oh, thanks.
As of a couple weeks ago. A lot can happen in 2 weeks, but
I think it's better. I think 2 weeks, if you're not looking at your act every, I don't know, let's say 6 weeks, and you look back and you're not cringing at some stuff, you're not doing the work.
What did you think your life was going to be before comedy? What was your career trajectory?
Yeah, I worked at a hospital. I worked at a cancer hospital here in the city, big one. And I interned in the city during my college years. I just wanted to live in New York City.
Where did you go to college?
I went to Penn State University.
Did you like it there?
That's an interesting question, because I think I liked it at the time, and the further away I get from it, I'm like, I didn't feel like myself, which probably speaks into this episode's arc.
Yeah.
I didn't really, looking back, I didn't really feel like myself. I wasn't doing a thing that I liked, and I think I was just hanging out, trying to have a good time and feeling insecure, and that's what sucked. Like, you have college friends, and sometimes when you choose to create, to follow a career in like a creative thing, your friends, they're like, nah, you're not funny. Like, you're not, you're my friend. Like, and it's true. Like, I have friends that are funnier than I am, but they just don't go on stage for a living. But
I have friends like that too.
My buddy Justin is my favorite funny laugh. Like, that's great, but he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
And I've known him since 7th grade. So
lawyers do well when they transition to comedy.
Yeah.
Because they are good at the arguments. At least I think that's what it is. They're like good at making a really clear argument.
Well, that's what this all is a point of view. And I think the good comics, they find their point of view. We say we find their voice, but they found their point of view in a way that feels very authentic to the rest of us.
Do you invite people you date to your shows still?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, if you're dating me and you like me, then you'll want to go to the show. Like your energy would be like, I want to see the comics that you talk about. I want to see you act. Like that'll be a thing you like that we do. In fact, there's a girl I liked. I did it for 2 years, and like she took like 6 months to come to the show. She was like supportive for sure, but like also like she'd be like, nah, I don't need to go to that show, and I'm like, it felt unsupported, in fact.
Yeah.
Who was like the most supportive person of you when you started doing comedy?
Well, the guy that stands out that I owe a lot to is my friend Brad. Brad owned the bar that I started Lobby at.
Cool.
Was on my improv team.
Nice.
Gave me all these opportunities, and I wouldn't. And like any bar owner, really, like when you're running a bar show, like you need to have a place to fail, a place to put on a show, a place for stage time, and that these guys trust me with their brand and their room and their night. That's like very supportive.
Where's a place you go to like relax?
I golf a lot. Yeah.
Nice. The
That's
golf
where I
course?
go. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, we got a fun little surprise for you, and we're gonna go there now.
Okay.
We're gonna go golfing.
Really?
Yeah, there's an indoor golfing place nearby, and we got a reservation there from
Which one?
2 to 3. X Golf.
I'm familiar.
What do you want your life to look like 10 years from now?
I don't think about that.
No?
Yeah, I reject the premise of that question entirely.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
can't.
Just comedy?
I can't. Maybe I should. I can't. I don't think like that. I'm a little too present. The day I wrote and turned in my 2-week notice, I was like, I didn't have a show that night. I said, I gotta get on a show just because I had to get on a show. You can't quit and not have a show that night. That's so fucking stupid. It was a show, Irish bar, under the train in Astoria.
Yeah.
I said, I don't care. I want to do it. He brings me up, gives me like 15. I did not have 15. And I had this joke at the time about a guy that tried to sell me a wheelchair. And I was like, this is funny because I don't need one. We're standing during this combo. And
Yeah.
this premise of the joke. Russian dude, he goes, hey, don't make fun of wheelchair. There are handicapped people in this world. Don't make fun of wheelchair. And I go, I'm not making fun of wheelchair people. I'm making fun of a guy trying to sell me a wheelchair. He stands up and I see him. He makes his way towards the stage, gets to me, turns, farts.
When you were like 5 years old,
Yes.
what did you want to be when you grew up?
Lawyer.
Lawyer.
Politician or lawyer. I found out what a lobbyist was like early, and my dad was like, yeah, they convince people to do things they want. And I was like, really? And I thought that's what I wanted to do. And I found out you had to go to law school to do that, and I watched my girlfriend in college, a long-term girlfriend, who was so bright, so sweet, such a hard worker, watched her go through law school, and it just fucking ruined her.
Yeah.
Can I swear on her? Sorry.
Yeah.
It just like really sucked the color out of her in a way that I was like, oh man, that doesn't look fun at all. And then aforementioned Justin went and he was like, don't do it.
Really?
And I was like, all right, I won't do it. So then I just kept working at this hospital that was easy, and I liked the people I worked with. I liked the work I was doing. I got to really feel connected. When you work at a cancer hospital at 22 and have had an otherwise privileged, happy upbringing, to see illness ravage families and then see those families ultimately win, because everyone thinks cancer is very sad, and it is, but you see so many wins. the best win. Like that's the best win, right? Beating cancer is the best win. And you are afforded a perspective at 21, 2, 3 that you wouldn't be afforded when you work in these hospitals. And I like that.
What year did you start working in the
I moved here in 2010, so I was full-time in 2010 at that job, but I was interning there as early as 2007.
Okay, cool.
I did
so
3 summers. I interned for 3 summers.
Nice. What was remind me what like your exact job for them was?
I was like a patient liaison. I was basically a glorified receptionist.
Okay.
But that's selling it short because we had so much patient contact and care, and we would coordinate their X-rays with their blood work, with their visits, with their this, and we had really sweet moments, and I built some really sweet connections. And then the people that work there are also the nicest people of all time. They've chosen cancer as a career, right?
Yeah.
So like you're around just sweet people.
When you were working there, did you think that was going to be your job forever?
Yeah, it felt like a pretty good career. I mean, I never thought about it really outside of work. I never had to do work outside of work. It was 37.5 hours a week. I got 2 to 3 weeks of vacation. It was great. What's happening?
You'll have to come to the social hour.
There's a social hour?
Yeah.
With dogs?
Yeah.
When?
Where? Who? What is it?
What?
We got negative information by coming over here.
Yeah, this one, or the 2 little ones in that. 5 o'clock.
Well, thanks for the info. That was rude.
I've never seen less happy people with puppies.
What the fuck was that? How are they so cranky? They're holding a puppy.
Free Sprite.
You have to come to the happy hour. Okay, tell me. And then they don't tell you anything. I hated that.
That is weird. They had puppies and they were angry. That's like, usually you give puppies to people who are angry and they feel better. Do you have is there like a highlight you have from your former life before comedy that's like a really proud moment?
When I worked at the hospital, I had a few different roles, and one of the last roles was I saw our training videos, and I was like, these are so bad. And I worked with our video crew, and I was like, let's make funny, like palatable videos. There's all these studies that came out about like humor, like something being funny actually helps like a training video kind of seep into your system more. And when I wrote all those and I walked into the library in the hospital, there's like a study library thing, and I saw my face on because it was like everyone had to have it completed by a certain time, and my face was on 15 of the computers. And I was like, oh, and they were laughing watching it.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
I like that moment. And then we did this career fair every year, which was 45 projects would be highlighted and about like how they could improve patient care. And I would go around and do like a live interview from booth to booth to booth to booth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
And it's so funny. It's such a low bar. People are like, how do you do that? You're so good at that. Like, how do you get on the camera?
You mean
like,
being a person?
It's like, yeah, but for us, it's a natural thing. But
yeah.
I would do those shows, and I would see people I recognized from commercials or TV roles on TVs. Like this is like heyday UCB. This is 2012 UCB, and I was like, oh, that guy was on, 30 Rock. That guy was on The Office. That guy was this, and I thought, okay, apparently you can make this a career, scalable otherwise. And I knew those guys didn't make money, and I knew very early on there's 1% of them are in the 1% for a reason. Like I knew it wasn't easy, but it just looked so much fun. And I remember my dad took me to see George Carlin when I was in 7th grade.
Oh, wow.
And he got me unbelievable seats. I think we were literally second row in this theater.
Yeah.
Carlin comes out, grabs the microphone, and goes, you know what they don't talk about in public anymore? Pussy farts. And my dad leans in, he goes, don't tell your mother. And just that like camaraderie instantly with my dad, instantly with this guy on stage, it's like, this is gonna be us, this is this connection with us. I was like, that is so cool, but I never took theater, I never did that. And I just kept doing UCB classes and shows, and the thrill of that first laugh. I remember my first show at Under St. Mark's with my team, Girl Heavy, and I was like, people were sitting on the floor on the stage, and I was like, oh, this is unbelievable.
That's awesome.
And I was good at it.
Yeah.
And that was fun. It's fun to do stuff that you're good at.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't know how hard it is to do it. I mean, some of these shows pay $10, some you lose money going to.
Yeah.
Some months are better than others. Some months I need to bartend. Some months, you know, that's a real thing. I think you could be full time and have to take it. But I don't know. It's. I'm sure photographers have this, and editors and directors have this, and they have to take these side jobs. But they're ultimately doing it because they love it. And the full time thing is. That's the 10-year goal, I guess, is just to fully be full time without any idea of. Without any need for
5 shows a night.
5 shows
every
a
night.
Every night.
No nights off.
No nights off.
Even for weddings, because people don't get married just once anymore.
Well, at my age, it'll be second weddings, and I already went to your first one, so I don't want to go to your second one.
Oh, there's a great Asian market up here that sells day of sushi.
I'm gonna get it.
Tenichi?
Let's go.
Yeah, that place is good.
It's also how they describe my penis.
Tenichi?
It's pretty good. Did you get that? I've never had this. Should we try this on camera?
Oh, that looks good.
Want to try one each?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try one each. That is excellent. Yeah. What's the yellow thing? This is unbelievable. This is a top 10 day of the year. We were on the first.
Oh, dude, what's up, Hannah? This is my friend Dan. We're shooting a little interview series. He's a comedian.
Hi, I'm Dan.
Anna, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Did I tell you when I was in LA there was like another comic there and we like drove around to different shows? All right.
But this is.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Just ended up there at the same time. What are
I
up
thought you
to?
were coming in for a bite there.
Huh?
I thought you were going in for a bite.
Sushi?
No, I actually don't eat raw fish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One of the things
did
that
something
stay
happen?
with me from my vegan days.
Uh,
Yeah.
Where are you going? You look so nice.
Now I'm going home. I was seeing my friend earlier in the city.
Hmm.
It's fucking hot.
You went maybe long sleeve was maybe not the.
Yeah, I thought it was.
When you and I were in LA and I had you join me at a bar, I was sitting with literally 2 models, full-time models.
Yes.
And you
Yes,
came
they
up,
were successful.
and I heard them say, "Oh my God, he's gorgeous," and I was like, "Aidan's gorgeous?" And this is all to say, you have one of these faces that when I look at it later, I'm like, "Oh, you have like a face that I didn't know could be like a famous. You have like a model face in a way
thanks.
that I don't clock."
I wish that on my agency's website they would let you put testimonials from
Yeah.
friends. Be like, my friends agree that I model.
My friend didn't think it at first. Then 2 hot girls said it.
Yeah.
And now I think you're hot.
And what happened with those hot girls? Oh, we left immediately because we prioritized a midnight show at a random theater in Silver Lake.
I matched with a girl on an app, and she goes, "I saw you a few years ago," and I was like, "Oh,
That's too bad.
and that was the last message."
Yeah. Did you not reply or did she not reply?
She for sure stopped replying. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty common thing for comics.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they ask it for full time. That's the question we get a lot too. Which like, do actors get that? Do models get that full time? That's a shitty question, isn't it?
Yeah, that is sort of a shitty question.
There's a way to ask it if you're really curious.
People sort of just assume if, like, especially for like modeling, because like I have a modeling agency and I work once every 2 years.
Yeah.
And people are like, yeah, but you're a model. It's like, yeah, but like 1 day of work every 2 years that's not a full-time job. If I were good at my job, I'd be working right now. I would be busy.
It's crazy that they pick people over you just because your head isn't the head that they're looking for. That's so funny.
They're
What
like,
a humbling. You've chosen the two most humbling careers.
yeah. Well,
They
and
either don't like you for your physical, or you
Yeah.
go on comedy and they don't like you for your point of view.
Well, and you know what's
How do you
interesting?
sleep at night?
I don't. I stay up way too late a lot of the time.
What are your goals like in comedy right now?
All the goals come down to the one goal, which is just to be better at it. The other stuff comes when you're better at it.
Yeah.
So more road work, more headlining, more club spots. Those all just come from being better at it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you've been an amazing guest.
I felt the same.
This has been so much fun. We don't know each other super well, but the whole the shows we did in LA, the times you've been on Alt Milk, I'm very glad that we were able to have you as the first. It feels like a full circle.
It feels both, when you find out you're the first on a podcast, you feel honored and also annoyed because you're like, you should work out the kinks before you have me on. But you had limited kinks,
Thank you.
none if any. You took me golfing, you offered to feed me, you did all these amazing things.
Yeah.
And you know, we're gonna get hit by a car. Director, Tommy Chen. Oh, hi. Is that right? Ohia. Ohia? What kind of name is that? You're Hawaiian?
I'm a Hopaway. All my mom's name is Hawaiian on that side, and my dad's from Oklahoma.
What's the first word you said?
Hopaway, it's a Hawaiian mix.
I thought you were like describing yourself.
Yeah,
I'm a hopper boy.
I am describing It's half Hawaiian, half something else.
I know, but like, I'm a fuck boy. I'm a hopper boy. I thought cool was a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, before comedy with Dan Davies,